So the last few videos that I've made on this channel have been about me learning how to fly an airplane. And the first one was a solo in this guy. That is something I'm never going to forget. But as circumstances would have it, I didn't get to stick with that plan and eventually had to switch to a different airplane, specifically this one. And that's the videos that you saw me do solo cross countries in. But those videos, those were a little while ago. It's October now, and those were back in July. So what happened since then? To be completely frank, I stopped flying. Well, not permanently. There was most of July and August. I had lesson after lesson get canceled. Sometimes it was due to weather. Not a problem today. Sometimes it was due to maintenance. Sometimes my schedule had a problem. Sometimes my flight instructor's schedule had a problem. But the long and short is that I took 2 months off. And what came out of that was at least one good thing. Long story short, I bought an airplane. This is my airplane, a Piper Cherokee 140, officially named November 6374 Whiskey, but I've nicknamed her Maggie. More on that later. So why buy an airplane? So I have a friend, Justin, who has been a pilot for a little while now, and when I told him that I was thinking about taking flight lessons, he made a crazy suggestion to me. So the crazy suggestion that he had was, if you're going to take flight lessons, consider buying an airplane. Because the money that you put into the airplane, you can get back if you sell it. But the money you put into a rental, well, that's just gone. So even if you don't continue on after flight lessons, you can sell the airplane and recoup some of the money and lower the overall cost of training. But I'll be completely honest with you, I didn't do it. I had no idea how to buy an airplane. I had no idea what I needed in an airplane. I didn't know where you even went to look for airplanes. And when he made that suggestion, it sounded good. It sounded like a great idea. Except I was intimidated. And I'll be frank, I chickened out. But this is where July and August come back into the story. Every time a lesson got canceled, I was, of course, disappointed. Who wouldn't be? You want to go flying. But every lesson that got canceled, I would go do something related to flying. And what I found myself doing was watching YouTube videos. And that led me to YouTube videos of different people in aviation that had videos on how to buy an airplane. And that led me to looking up listings. And that led me to the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, AOPA's guide on the web for free to how to buy an airplane. So when Maggie was a listing that showed up in late August, and she was in my budget, I went and had a conversation with my wife and dove in. So here's the thing, Maggie wasn't just in my budget, she's also really well equipped. If you take a look, you can see that she's got 2 nav radios, one of which has a glide slope attached to it. This is an LPV capable GPS. She's got 2 VOR CDIs. That's fantastic. That's good stuff. So what is all of that stuff? That stuff is instrumentation and equipment that I need if I am going to learn how to fly instrument. And Maggie is going to teach me how to be an instrument-rated pilot. I also want her to teach me about how to be an airplane owner, because being an airplane owner is not at all like being an owner of a car. It's a lot more complex. As you can imagine, the maintenance is a much, much bigger deal. So learning how to be an effective airplane owner is something you have to do. And I want to learn an airplane that is pretty simple and pretty expensive to learn on before I get into doing something maybe a little faster or maybe a little bit more complex. Or maybe I just stick with Maggie forever. Who knows? I don't. And so I need to learn. Which brings me to the reason her name is Maggie. The Latin word for teacher is magister, or possibly pronounced magister. I've seen both pronunciations online. So Maggie's going to be a teacher to me. She is going to be my teacher in aviation. And also, I looked up a picture of a blue bird online and found this one, which kinda sorta looks similarly colored to Maggie. So yeah, I bought an airplane. And I don't even have a private pilot's license yet. I'm getting close. I have to do my check ride. And if things continue to go reasonably well, that will likely be the next set of videos that I make, is on the process of getting my private pilot's check ride. The downside is that as an airplane owner, now I'm entirely responsible for all of the documentation on my airplane. Whereas if I was renting, the flight school would be responsible for it, not me. But now I'm responsible for it, which is a little bit of a pain, but not that bad. Anyway, if you want to find out how I do in my check ride, now would be the time to hit that little subscribe button down there and hit the bell notification, because that's when you'll get notified when that video comes out. Until then, thanks for watching. Look at this sky. There is not a cloud in the sky. And I don't know if the audio is capturing it, but there is not a breeze to be seen. If you look over at that windsock over there, I don't know how well you can see it. My windsock is dead. Calm winds, no clouds. I should be up flying. I wish.